All right, welcome to the build.
Have you run into instances like I've had a lot of projects that I've kind of put on pause or abandoned completely. And then later on, as the technology is better and I have different tools come back, and it's like, oh, I actually knocked that out. No problem. Like, have you had that happen? Because this is a big step. And like you just said, there probably are a lot of things in the past where you're like, man, I couldn't get that to work quite right. And you might be able to take some old ideas and actually execute on them.
Should do that actually. Just go through and that would be a good test. What I actually did was like I said to my wife, who's not technical, she's like, I just said, look, what's some software that you want to exist? Like, and then she gave me like 3 or 4 ideas. I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm just going to set up a bunch of different new things and just like describe it, build a plan and see, and just leave it for like 24 hours and see what happens and see how far it gets. But I should do it with all my old projects, right? All packages. It's just like go for it. The only problem is I haven't. Yeah. All right. So here's like the basic. If I just say Jetpack start, see what happens. Nope. Claude. Give me a second. Let's do it through Claude. Jetpack complete guide. All right. Start Jetpack, my friends. And let's see what happens. And at least I can show you the interface. While that's kicking off, I landed on using Ghosty as like the terminal manager. It's very nice. Better than Warp. I don't like Warp is just like you keep hitting these paid variants. It's just very unpleasant. All right, here we go. So there's my Claude, and here's an example you can see. So this is basically the interface that it built. And the whole idea being, as I was saying before, is like you can see this is a visualization of the beads kind of database that's in this project. This is basically an example, so it's sort of doesn't make too much sense, but you can see you've got your inbox here, and I can see my different agents, and I can see all the mail. I can, see that's basically just an alert. I can then broadcast to all of my agents with a priority state and then require them to acknowledge they've received the message, even if they're working. There is this nesting level needs work based on how I want to interface this and integrate it with how Claude develops plans so that those are nested correctly across like epics, tasks and subtasks. That's okay. And then what I wanted was to try and get it to be a reflection of what you actually see and actually see the progress against each of the tasks by agent type as they're working over the top as you spin them. So if it's like slowing down, you can spin up more agents. If some of them are failing or if they've been running for too long, you can go and interrogate it without having to actually look at each terminal.
All right, welcome to the build.